Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on our workshop, Managing Your Wellbeing, Mental Health and Wellness. My name is Olwetu Moros from the Center of Postgraduate Studies. Joining us today is Ms. Zama Dube from the Counseling Center, who is a counseling psychologist intern. She will be taking us through this workshop on creating a space for postgraduate students to reflect on the link between their experiences and potential for burnout, stress, and motivation challenges. On the charts, I will be posting the evaluation link, so please do evaluate our workshop. And please remember that this workshop is also live on YouTube. And I will also forward the link to those who need it via email tomorrow. Thank you. Over to you, Ms. Dube.
Thank you, Oleti, and good afternoon, everyone. Can I just have access to share screen, please? Oleti, will you just let me know once my slides are up?
They are not up yet. Yes, we can see your slide.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks again, Oletu, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zama Dube. I'm the intern counseling psychologist at the Counseling Center here at Rhodes, and welcome to today's workshop on managing your well-being, your mental health and wellness. So just like all of you, most of you on the call, I'm also part of the postgrad community here at Rhodes. A little bit about myself is that I come from Guahlabisa in KZN, Zululand, so that's further north. And before coming to Rhodes, I worked for Deloitte in the HR space prior to the move to Makanda. I also obtained both my undergrad and honors degrees from UNISA and came to Rhodes for the master's in counseling psychology. Additionally, had a privilege for an opportunity to do my internship here at Rhodes as well. And I look forward to engaging with all of you. So just to go through the outline for today, the intros, which we've just covered now, we'll start off with an icebreaker just to gauge on where everyone is and how everyone is doing. And then we're going to go through an understanding of mental health, some factors influencing mental health, strategies that you can utilize to manage your well-being. And we'll also engage in an activity together. And then I'll also be sharing some resources for support, in case you do need some mental health, wellness-related support. That will be followed by a Q&A, and then we'll conclude our workshop for the day. Okay. And also just additionally, some housekeeping is that I will turn on my video just now. And if you feel brave and ready to put your video on, that'll be lovely. It'd be nice to see some faces as we engage, but it's absolutely up to you if you feel comfortable with that. And you may type your questions, comments, experiences, reflections on the chat box. I'll ask Olwetu to just assist me with monitoring that, especially if there are questions. And also then the rest of the questions will be attended to during the Q&A session after the presentation. But for the reflections, the icebreaker and the activity, please feel free to switch your mic on, engage if you have a question or something to share. Okay, so for our icebreaker today, we're going to do an emotion emoji check-in. So on your Zoom, just on the chat box, there should be emojis on there. So I'd like for you to maybe choose an emoji from the list and provide in the chat the best one that represents where you are feeling right now in terms of your academic journey. And then once you've chosen the emoji, you can go ahead and share it in the chat box and let's see how everyone is doing today. Let's maybe do that for the next 5 minutes if that's okay with everyone. I'm seeing some emojis coming in. It'd be lovely to see a description next to it so that we can sort of understand what that means for you. Or maybe you can, brave up, like I said, and put your mic on and tell us what the emoji represents for you right now. Cringe, anxious about the workload, mixed feelings, neutral and hopeful. That's lovely. Am I missing any other descriptions? Olwethu, would you assist me with some of the stuff from the chat box, please, if possible? Overwhelmed, I can absolutely relate with that. Anyone else to share? Anyone brave just to maybe say something about, their emoji or where they are in terms of their academic journey at the moment? Despondent. Okay. Maybe another minute on those and then we can move on. Exhausted. Yeah, that's relatable.
We also have neutral and hopeful.
Hopeful. That's great. Stressed out. Esther, I see your hand is up. Esther, you can go right ahead and chat to us. Esther, I'm not sure if you wanted to say something or maybe if you are still muted.
I was looking for the mic. Sorry, I'm using my phone and
That's fine. I think that's the state that I'm in right now where I can't find anything. Yes, Esther.
Just to share a little bit about my experience right now at the moment. I'm actually feeling overwhelmed. It's like you feel like you have a lot on your plate. You need to do much in the limited time you have, and you are constantly looking up to the due date, to the to the like to the due dates that you have set up with your supervisors to meet them, and then sometimes it becomes so. Um, it looks like it is not practical, but you have to make it practical, like try to work out the magic there and see how are you going to make it work, because you would want to reach the dates that you have set, and the load against the kind of work that you need, I mean the load and the kind of time and the thinking in the brain does not seem to balance, because now when you're getting on the table, as soon as that hits your mind, then it seems like everything that was sensible jumps out through the window.
Thanks,
And then you
Esther,
are
for
losing
sharing
both
that.
sides. Hmm.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying thank you for sharing that. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. Okay. Zanele, I see that you are at the hospital for your mom's chemotherapy first treatment, and you're hoping to read an article or two. Well, firstly, you need to take care of yourself and your mental well-being. And you shouldn't be on this call, I assume, so that you could be attending to mom and wishing mom a speedy recovery, and also just wishing you well. Thank you, though, for engaging. I see some people are also wishing Mama well. Thank you, Zanele. Okay. Has anyone have something to share? Can we move on to the next item on our agenda for today? Okay. Thank you. Now I'm gonna find the sharing button again. Okay. So now that we have checked in with our emotions, at least most of us have shared their emotions, let's explore the topic of mental health within the context of postgraduate studies, I suppose, and the community as a whole. Mental health is especially crucial, for us, given the unique challenges that we face, some of them which you've shared right now. And contrary to common misconception, um, mental well-being or mental health is not just about the absence of mental illness, but it involves a spectrum of factors that contribute to your overall well-being. This could include your emotional, psychological, and social aspects as well. So it is very important then to recognize the importance of your mental health and prioritize ways in which you could support it throughout your academic journey. One common misconception that I often hear about mental health is that seeking for help, or when you have mental health concerns, is a sign of weakness or incompetence, when in reality, reaching out actually for support demonstrates a lot of strength and awareness, and it allows you to address the challenges and the issues that in return will help you thrive in your academic pursuits and academic journey. Apologies, I'm not winning with the buttons today. My screen seems to be stuck. Please give me just a moment. Okay, I think my screen is back on. We'll move on to some of the factors influencing our mental health or mental well-being, particularly in the spaces that we are in, which is academic spaces. is that we encounter a number of factors that impact our mental health, from academic pressure to imposter syndrome. It's especially important to recognize these and try within our means to reach out for help where needed. The academic pressure, Esther shared, it could be supervision, it could be pressure from yourself, it could be pressure from the type of project that you're working on. And there's also isolation, which I think is the biggest thing that I can personally relate to, because you're no longer working with people to achieve the goal that you have for your academic journey, but it's an individual journey, and each project will differ from the next. So it can be very isolating. And there's the big one, which is the imposter syndrome and the work-life balance. Olotu, can you confirm if I'm still audible? I'm struggling this side with moving in between slides and my mute button. Just an indication that you can still hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. I think I'm on the right track now. I really do apologize for that. Tech is not on my side today. So let's look at some strategies that we could, use to manage our well-being in this space. Well, these ones are maybe particularly tailored to us as people that are in an academic journey, and we can use this here and when we go out to the world to start work. And these strategies will help us navigate the challenges and demands of research and studies, to maintain our mental well-being. The first one is time management. So time management techniques for academic tasks, such as using productivity tools to put boundaries on how much time you spend on work and how much time you rest, and how much time has been allocated to different things that you need to be engaging in, as a way to help you manage your time and manage the pressure that you might put on yourself to not rest because of the deadlines, because of the pressures that come with the projects that we're working on. Stress management strategies specific to demands of research and study, such as mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, or taking short breaks during intense work periods. When you feel like it's getting too much, just allow yourself that time to take a break and take a minute and then get back to your work. There's also self-compassion practices. These help, fight that desire, that need to be perfect, and also help with the imposter syndrome. Again, here it's practicing self-acceptance and acknowledging personal achievements. So if you've done something great, if you've checked off something from your to-do list, if you've received some acknowledgement or a compliment from your supervisor on something that you've done great, or a peer, just take a moment and acknowledge that, and celebrate yourself for the little steps that you have taken. As also prioritizing physical health, and this could be done through regular exercise, healthy eating habits, and adequate sleep, which is something that sometimes becomes impossible, when you are at university. Sleep becomes less important and you spend more time at the library, more time doing your research. And the last one is engaging in hobbies and activities outside of academia to promote work-life balance and prevent burnouts. And again, just to stress these, that it may be something that you've heard before, something that you've read about before, but I know that it is difficult to actually put it into practice because of the pressure that the academic space comes with. However, self-care activities are not selfish at all, but I think that they are quite essential practices for maintaining a good balance and resilience as well. So like I said, these activities may include setting boundaries, which I think is so important, and practicing mindfulness and engaging in those hobbies, whichever it is that you prefer to do, and social support, because I don't think that doing this or going on this journey on your own is good for your mental well-being as well. So finding support, seeking support, gathering together with your other peers, finding out what they're doing, getting their opinions maybe on your work as well, as a way to support you in your journey. Okay, take a break from my lack of tech and losing my mute button and losing my slides. Maybe we could do an activity, and we'll call this a gratitude sharing activity. So let's just think of one thing that you are grateful for related to your academic journey or research experience in the chat. And this is just to help cultivate a sense of appreciation for the opportunities and the experiences that we have had since the beginning of our journeys. Thank you. I'll just be on the watch out for the chat box to see what are some of the things that you are grateful for your academic journey. There's one coming up, grateful for the scholarship. That's great. And Annalila, not to put you on the spot, maybe you want to share, the difference that getting the scholarship has made in terms of how you've navigated your journey this year, or maybe when you started with your studies.
Okay, sure. Afternoon, everyone. I'm on an exchange program currently in Nigeria for about 10 months. And it's a relief that I don't have to stress about money and about sustenance in the midst of the academic pressure. So that's one thing I'm definitely grateful for.
Thank you for sharing that. Grateful for the community of scholars at Rhodes. The PhD journey can be lonely, and Uzanele has felt that because of the support she's received. There's gratitude for the friends that have been made in academia. Grateful for the support from family and friends. They keep encouraging Uthulisile through the times where she had felt overwhelmed in a state of despair. Xolelo says she's grateful for supportive colleagues. Anyone else wants to share? For a supportive supervisor. Oh, great, Anele. Gratitude to our supervision and scholarship coming through from Tony as well. Thank you, Tony. Fantastic supervisors. That's lovely to hear. And perhaps whilst we are still waiting for others to come through with the list of things that they are grateful for, I just want to maybe check with everyone, what are some of the resources that you have utilized in your time here at Rhodes, or maybe in your previous academic journeys for support, particularly around mental health and mental wellness, that you could share with the group? Yes, Tony.
Thank you, Zama. So for me, I think, like I mentioned, I've got a scholarship, and also within that scholarship, we've got a writing group. So we meet every day in the morning to write and to just, talk to each other about our problems and give each other support. So I'm doing a PhD, but the last time I was at Rose was in 2012. So I've not been there in recent times. So, and this is my second year. I'm just here at home working online, so it can get very, very lonely and depressing as well. So having that support has really helped. I'm always looking forward to meeting my colleagues in the morning, and we write and we share, and that really has helped my mental health. That's what I want to share.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing that. I absolutely agree with you. Having a community is so important throughout this journey. I see Joy's hand is up as well. Thanks, Joy.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joy Joseph. I'm a postdoctoral fellow at Stellenbosch University. I graduated from Rhodes. One way I had managed myself, was having group of scholars that believe in me. Working as a PhD candidate, I had people who believed in me. So the people who did not believe in me, who were causing issues, I just avoided them and clicked to work with a group of scholars who believed in me. That helped my mental health. And then, like the first speaker said, sharing my work with people who believe in me and avoiding carefully the ones that will bring me down. So that's what I did. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joy, for sharing that. Just re-emphasizing the importance of community and support, because I doubt that scholars were meant to go on this journey alone. So it's brilliant to hear that some of you have that support. Can we have another person or two, maybe just to share, how they have maintained support, maintained strength through their journeys?
This one, right?
Hi, sorry, did Antene or Antene? Sorry, I think you unmuted. Would like to give you an opportunity to share. Okay, so just from the chat, I see Essa shared that getting an opportunity to learn about her field, the virtual opportunities make the journey less lonely, and getting an opportunity to interact with a variety of scholars, both in person and virtually. Also using mental health mindfulness workshops to get support. And you also asked if we could have slots in the afternoon. Sorry, I'm just wanting to clarify, are you referring to workshop slots, or are you referring to something different? If you could just clarify that for me.
I was actually responding to the scholar who spoke earlier, who said that he's in his second year of PhD, and he got a scholarship to have a writing circle, I think. And then he said their writing circle is running in the morning. And I just slot in this question to ask if there's a possibility for them to think of maybe having slots in the afternoon, so that they can also accommodate those ones who are not able to join them in the morning, despite now the funding opportunity. Because I think if it is virtually, maybe somebody else would also want to join them, because it's a great opportunity when you have such a community. I do have opportunities of that, but not that quite often with the cycle that I'm having. And if one can have them as more often, I think that it is going to be quite helpful.
Well, thank you, Esther, for clarifying that. Okay, just an opportunity for anyone else that would like to add to what Esther had said, or maybe share the experience as well.
I'm sorry, can... Oh, okay.
Hi, Esther, your mic is on.
No, I was just asking whether he's able to respond to that question that I posed.
Sure. Sorry, Esther. Oluti, would you assist with that, please? Are you able to speak to that?
Hi, Esther. Sorry, I was out for a second. What was your question again?
Oh, my question was, since you said that you do have a writing circle, I was just asking, and you alluded to the fact that your writing circle is only taking place in the morning. I was asking whether you guys, maybe you can think of extending it to have some slots in the afternoon, so that you can also accommodate others who are not able to join them in the meeting. I mean, in the morning sessions. That was my question.
Okay, thanks, Esther. Oluti, Tony says that he can respond to that. He can assist with clarity on that.
Okay.
So this is Tony. I'm now responding to what Esther had asked. So the first thing that I want to clarify is I've got a scholarship for my PhD, right? And within that scholarship, we have got support systems, and one of the support systems that we utilize is the writing group. So it's usually most of the people there are scholars and alumni, and we have other people as well who have asked to join. So if you want, I can email me and then I'll try and get you added into the group. We have a morning session, and we are also planning to have an evening session to cater for those that cannot attend the morning session. So yeah, you can just DM me your details or your email, and then I'll liaise with the coordinator and then ask for them to add you in the group. But it's such a useful resource. Thank you.
Thanks again, Tony, for that. You happy, Esther, with the question?
Yes, I am, and I'm also happy with his response.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe it's a matter of maybe I would I'm going to send him my email, or he can send me the email directly to my directly to by the chat directly to me.
I think that can be arranged.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Okay, so whilst we are on the topic of support, I've put together a list of counseling services, particularly the ones that are 24-hour availability kind of services. And you don't have to do an in-person visit. You can call. So they are telephonic counseling services where you have professionals on the other side of the line available to assist you, guide you when you need that you may need support. There's the higher health counseling line. I'm happy to also just share these on the chat or have Olwe to share them with everyone so that we can all have them handy. But in addition to these, we are also available at the counseling center. We are at the Steve Biko building for one-on-one sessions should you require counseling services. You can email us. I can share the email address as well, or you can come through to our offices to set up an appointment to see someone. And we also have groups, so you don't have to come in for a one-on-one session. If you are interested in joining a group particular to your needs, we also have those. And we also have weekly SMESH mental psychoeducation workshops that we facilitate on a weekly basis. What we do is we post them out on Top List on a weekly basis with the link to YouTube where we record whatever topic that's for the week. And then we host a Q&A live Instagram 15 to 20-minute session, to engage with the people on the content that we have put out in that week. So just to be on a lookout for those things, and if maybe you're not on the Top List mailing list, to get hold of that. There's another gratitude text that says, I'm so grateful for nice supervisors and staff in the Faculty of Pharmacy, where I am a student, and postgraduate students who are all friendly and supportive in various areas. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, I'm going to open up the floor for any questions, concerns, discussions concerning the topic from today. And let's share our experiences and engage and seek guidance on managing our mental health and wellness within this academic context. I'll open up for questions.
Hello.
Yes, Joy. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I just wanted to ask this question. I'm actually a postdoctoral fellow here at Stellenbosch, and you know how Stellenbosch is an interesting space, Black woman in a very pure white space. And I have this mentor who does not seem to believe in my intellectual capacity. Of course, at Rose, they knew my intellectual capacity. When I write, I'm like, how is she writing? She's so fast, she's so this, and it's making me uncomfortable. I just want to leave that faculty and go to the other faculty. So I don't know how to go about it, how you are competent and you are doing your work, you are productive, and people feel like, oh, this is an exceptional person. Instead of it to be appreciation, it is now criticisms about how is she writing so fast, producing so much research output. I can't strike the balance. If it's about my being a Black woman or what, I'm not quite sure. So that's making me very uncomfortable. I just wanted to find out how I can manage that situation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joy. I really am sorry. That is not a lovely experience to have, particularly getting that kind of feedback. And being in the space where you feel like you're maybe not seen the way that you would appreciate to be seen. I'd like to open this up to everyone here to maybe assist in answering or tackling this inquiry. And maybe you guys have ideas of, how one can manage such or navigate this. And if you have experienced it before, you know, how did you come out of it? How did you get help? How did you get support? And what could we advise Joy to do at Stellenbosch to manage this? Anyone? Joy, if it's okay with you,
Yeah, I
oh,
can
sorry,
hear
I
you.
see Esther's hand is up. Thanks, Esther.
No, I was just trying to, I'm just going to be a little brief on this. Actually, the lucky part of her is that she understands, or let me just say she knows that she's doing good work and it is being acknowledged there. Besides that, the one who's supposed to be giving that acknowledgement is not giving it. So you keep doing what you do. It's obvious you are doing it right. You are not there to convince somebody, but you are there to do your work and to do it the way you want to do it. And the output is already showing that it is impressing the people at at the end, I mean the receiving end. And if your collaborator or your supervisor is not happy with it, and it boils to um, travel issues, you don't need to mind about that, because the moment you start paying attention to that aspect, you are eating up a lot of your time, which is a little bit draining, that you are supposed to be spending on the quality work you're producing. So brush it away, acknowledge it, and let it be. You just continue to do what you do. I don't think it is going to eat you up, especially that you do have the understanding. It was going to be difficult if you don't have the understanding. That's all that I wanted to motivate you with.
Wow, thank you so much.
Do we have someone else that would like to share how maybe Joy can navigate this challenge? Okay. Well, we don't seem to have any more views on the matter, but Joy, I wanted just to find out if I could perhaps have your email address, and maybe we can chat about, you know, how else you can get supported, you as a person in the space, seeing that your work is going well and you are understanding what you need to be doing and there's progress, but just to help you on a personal level with how to manage your mental wellness around the situation. So if it's okay with you, you can drop your email address or I can drop mine and we can maybe have a chat around how you can manage to get support. Do we have any more questions from the floor?
Yeah, thank you so much. I've sent it on the mail.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, on the chat box. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you so much.
Stellenbosch is a tough space, so you need to be tough to be here. I'm a Rhodes product, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. So it's one of those things. I think they want to make me stronger, like this Rhodes woman with all her support. You know, that's why I'm here again, because I now get the right support from CPGS. Thank you so much.
Well, we're glad that Rhodes, our community, could still be of support to you. Okay. Oluwatu, if there aren't any more questions, I think we can end here. And I just want to say thank you for engaging me today. And I do apologize for the tech errors that happened throughout this presentation. And just to remember that our mental health and wellness are so important in everything that we do, particularly in the journey that we are in. And I do encourage everyone to implement, some of the strategies that we shared today, to reach out for support when needed as well. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Thank you, Zama, for your time, and thank you everyone for joining us today. Have a lovely day.
Mm.